Honorable President Trump, Ukrainian political prisoners appeal to you for help. We, the civilian hostages of Zelensky's regime, now number over 7,000. Our only crime, according to Zelensky's government and judges, is that we have called for God, peace, the end of the war, and we demanded the implementation of the Constitution. Our values conflicted with Zelensky's propaganda and government, which seeks to replace God, continue the endless war, avoid elections forever, and perpetuate lawlessness. We have been chosen as targets, with the government using us to intimidate others, showing them what will happen to those who stand up for their beliefs. Thus, not only people with influence and trust in society have been falsely accused. The largest Orthodox church in Ukraine, the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, has been banned, political opposition destroyed, and freedom of speech and the press eradicated. All those who disagree have been subjected to persecution through criminal charges or unlawful, forced mobilization, which has become a tool of extrajudicial punishment against journalists, lawyers, priests, bloggers, and politicians. Those whom Zelensky couldn't reach within Ukraine have been rewarded with another innovation of Ukraine's democracy, extrajudicial sanctions. By law, such sanctions cannot be applied to Ukrainian citizens. But in Ukraine, there is only one law, the personal will of Zelensky, the half-Napoleon. However, it would be unfair to place all the blame solely on him. A repressive state in Ukraine would not be possible without the efforts of Soros's foundations and his contractor in Ukraine, Viktor Pinchuk. They provide media support and lobbying for Zelensky's interests inside and outside Ukraine. Through their combined efforts, they have created an atmosphere of fear. Those advocating for a peaceful Ukraine and an alternative to endless war have been excluded from political and public life. This has been done with one simple goal. Even if Zelensky is removed from power, someone else will immediately pick up the banner of eternal war with Russia, because through sanctions and political persecution, politicians with differing views are placed outside the law and excluded from elections. This happened in Romania, this happened in France, and is now happening in Moldova. Globalists and Euroliberals are well prepared for Zelensky's exit to ensure that his exit doesn't change Ukraine's course, which is anti-civilizational and militaristic. The only way to change this course is to include, as a mandatory condition in any peace agreement, the release of all those who have been or are currently being subjected to political persecution in Ukraine. This includes the release of all those accused by the authorities of fabricated treason, the cessation of forced mobilization, halting the persecution of the faithful and priests of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, lifting the unlawful sanctions imposed by the NSDC on all Ukrainian citizens without exception, and guaranteeing the right to vote and be elected for all Ukrainian citizens. If these conditions are not established as the foundation for peace, war will inevitably repeat itself in the shortest possible time, as the course that led to this war will continue.